It's your body, better call the corner, yeah.
1-800 get a body.
It's your body, homie, I don't want ya, yeah. It's your body, better call the corner, yeah. It's your body, homie, I don't want ya, yeah. It's your body, we don't play no games round here. No, we don't play no games round here.
Hey man, this is Bad Fuck Veteran. We're here with King Juelz today, and we're gonna get to know everything that we can about King Juelz. You know what I'm saying? How you doing today, King Juelz?
I'm cool, man.
Cool? Well, I mean, I'm not gonna take up too much time. Let's just get right into it. You know, everybody wants to know about King Juelz. So the things that I wanted to ask you today is, tell us what that was like growing up in 302.
Had his good times, had his bad times, man. From the east side, everybody know me. Know my mom, my brothers.
Okay.
So, it was rough, man. It was rough.
Straight all east side?
Yeah, majority of my life, yeah. Some time over west side, too. North side.
Okay. So you've been kind of all the way around?
Yeah.
All the way around, okay. Who was your musical influences?
Of course, the general joints, Pac, Biggie. But, say like my all-time favorite though is KRS-One.
And how did he influence you, so?
Just the way he spoke, man, like, it was always a lot of energy, always a lot of love, you know what I'm saying? But you knew not to fuck with Bull.
Yeah, that's facts,
like,
that's facts.
He'd slaughter you lyrically.
Right.
And, like, that really caught my attention. And then, like, definitely loved Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay.
Like, it was just, I don't know exactly what it was about them, but it was just, whenever I heard their music, like, that shit just made me zone out.
Right. All right. So you said you had some good, some bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the good times. Tell us a little bit about the bad times.
Good times. When I was younger, like going to summer camp, kicking it with all my friends and shit. You know, can't forget the park lunches. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
The bad times was like, as you growing up, you realizing, you know, what it is that's going on around you. And there was so much going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, you know, I was born in 88, you know, so you still had the crack era going on. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't so much dope at the time just yet.
Yeah.
People dying, you know, like, I lost a lot of friends growing up.
But you being from Delaware, 302, you know, Wimington kind of has a reputation right now.
Yeah, Murder Town, USA. Man.
Yes, sir. So with that reputation, man, how did you survive?
It wasn't easy. I definitely did, you know, all I could to stay out the way, but I did all I could to be in the mix too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if you don't know what's going on, that's an easier way for you to get caught up in what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You ain't necessarily got to be the person intended, but if you don't know how to maneuver, you know what I'm saying, it's going to end bad for you. And, you know, I seen a lot of innocent people that was never really into the streets or never really crossed nobody get killed just for hanging with the wrong people, you know? So I'm very appreciative for everything I learned growing up. Struggle made me strong, bro.
Made you strong.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to get off of the heavy shit, you feel me? We're going to talk about some current things, you know what I mean? Well, in this hip hop life, you know what I mean, since hip hop has been, ever since gangster rap got introduced to hip hop, maybe even before that, maybe even since hip hop was introduced, there was always this battle about what was real hip hop and the state of hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? So we want to ask you right now, what do you feel about the state of hip hop now?
Right now, I say it fits the time.
It fits the time?
It fits the time. Like, you know, I'm not knocking nobody, but you got a lot of these guys that's utilizing the wave of social media, you know. It's not really so much hand-to-hand no more.
Yeah.
It's really like everything is at a click of a button. And then you got a lot of artists that's using, you know, the auto-tune feature.
Yeah.
And some of it sounds really dope, but, you know, it's really, really saturated now because everybody's doing it. But just because they doing it don't mean it sound good.
Facts.
You know? And then you got a lot of people that's these one-hit wonders. They making great songs, but it's like the stupidest song that they got is the one that gets recognized. It's not so much about the lyrical content that you put in your songs anymore, you know, and that's what cripples me a lot, because if you listen to any one of my songs, there's always a message.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't always get it, you know, and sometimes I feel like I be going over people's head too much. And, you know, sometimes it's kind of discouraging sometimes, you know, to be honest about it. But I'm not going to forget who I am or where I come from, and I'm not going to pursue a route that's just going to get me paid, because that's not what I do music for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, it's a release for me to help me to keep from killing one of you niggas. You feel me?
Facts,
like,
man.
and now I'm just being honest. Like, music helps a lot with my depression. You know, I suffer depression. I go through a lot on a day-to-day basis, you know, and music really helps me with all of that. So more often than not, I do get frustrated with the shit that I hear on the radio, which was kind of a reason why me and my wife, who was also a manager of mine, decided to start doing an indie radio show kind of thing, to, you know, to let these people know, like, yo, look, there's another outlet. You don't have to be like this person. I'm guaranteeing you that your music will get heard, you will get played. You feel me? You just got to make sure that your quality is there. And, you know, I'm just trying to figure out ways to give people outs that I didn't have coming up as a younger artist.
Right.
You know, I was shunned a lot. You know, oh man, get the fuck out of here. We don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
But you ain't even listening. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And now
I definitely know what
they
you're
like,
saying.
yo, that's your fire. This is the same thing I've been doing. Ain't nothing's changed.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing changed except for the
Wave,
date
bro.
and the time.
And the wave, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so that actually does. You discussing all that kind of brings me into another question. You were saying these one-hit wonders, and you know what I mean, they put out these songs that it's the stupidest track and it gets all of this play. Do you think that's something that's the industry's doing intentionally, or do you think that's a sign of how simplistic the masses are right now?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think from the industry side of it, I think they seen another way to make a massive amount of money. But from the consumer's standpoint, it's easy to bob your head too. It's easy for a broad to shake her butt. You know what I'm saying? And it's easier for the DJs to cut it in. So, you know, it's a little bit of both.
All right. Let's ask you this. Who are you listening to right now?
I listen to a lot of Derez Deshawn. I listen to some NBA Youngboy. I listen to some of Juice WRLD stuff.
Okay.
But I still got my classic playlist though. It would definitely have to be T.I. and Ross on the same track. And Jeezy.
T.I. Ross.
Jeezy would be a whole nother track, but
Yeah.
it would definitely be T.I. and Ross on the same track, yeah.
Word. You're not just an artist.
Right.
You're also somebody who manages and handles other artists.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right? Now, with that being the case, because we also discussed how music was your piece, your escape. It helps you to cope.
Mm-hmm.
But would it also be a stressor as you taking on a bigger role as, you know what I mean, a label, more so than just an artist who can vent with their music? But you taking on such a big endeavor, how do you handle running the label, having a side business, working, being a full-time father, just, you know what I mean, being a family man, like how do you handle all of this stress?
My wife.
Your wife,
Yep.
she helps you handle it all.
Yep.
She's your backbone.
Yep.
Okay, all right. And with that being the case, won't you plug us in about y'all's other businesses?
Hey, Peachy Treats, man. Y'all know what it's in for. All your favorite desserts. Jumping.
What kind of things can they hire y'all for?
Almost anything.
Like,
Party planning, decorating, snacks, treat tables,
so the full menu.
cakes, catering, like almost anything.
All of that, and the food is jumping. We over here all the time.
And if it is something which is very rare that we don't do, we know people that do it. So
now let us know about the projects that you're working on.
basically, we got my album coming this year. Got a mixtape coming this year. A couple singles coming this year. Actually, one of them is dropped today, February 19th. It's called Touching Your Body. It's out on all streaming platforms.
You hear that?
Just look up GSO King Juelz and it'll pop right up. It's called Touching Your Body.
Okay.
And we're gonna have hella video shoots this year too, so make sure y'all tap in.
All right. You say we. Who's we?
Guerilla House, man.
Guerilla House. Okay, let us know what's going on with Guerilla House.
A lot of dope artists, a lot of dope managers. We got a lot going on. Shows, March Madness kicks off the first Friday of March. That's gonna be Birkin Young Bub. They setting it off. We're gonna have a lot of celebrities slide through that joint, show us some love and support. Tickets are almost sold out already. You can go on Eventbrite as well and purchase a ticket. We're doing specials, like if you want to come to all 5 shows, it's what, 50, right? It's $50 to cover you for all 5 shows. There'll be raffles, giveaways, prizes. It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on.
Well, what advice do you have for those young inexperienced artists?
Read everything. Don't deal with people that's trying to force you to answer them right then and there. If they can't let you think on it for a day or two, or even a week, if it's that big a deal to them. Don't rush into anything, man. Take your time. Learn what it is you're doing. Because there's definitely more cats that's out to get you than it is more cats that's willing to actually help you.
That's facts.
So just make sure you pay attention and don't get suckered into anything, man. Take your time and don't rush nothing.
Alright, I got 2 more. First, where can they find all of your links, all of your music? Plug yourself right now. Let them know who King Juelz is.
I'm saying you can Google me for real.
The Googling. King Juelz, man.
Yeah,
You'll find it
GSO
everywhere.
King Juelz, man. You can Google me. All streaming platforms. Just type in GSO King Juelz and it'll come right up. Several projects, several singles.
Right. Alright, and this is the last question I got for you, man. For you. Not from for you. When people listen to your music, what you want them to take from it?
There's not one specific thing. It's stuff in there for pretty much everybody that's going through whatever. You know, when you listen to it, don't just listen to it. Pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be going through something at the time that I was going through when I made the song. And, you know, I give you little tidbits on how to potentially make it out of that situation. You know?
Right.
Now, I ain't saying that my advice is always the best advice, but it worked for me, you know? So you never know. You might be able to take this piece from this song and this piece from this song, and you might be able to put them together and help you find something that's going to help you.
Facts. Facts. Big facts. All right, man. I think that's about it, man. We definitely brought them into the life of King Juelz, you know what I'm saying? Definitely looking forward to a future catch-up interview so that way they can find out what's going on with you after, you know, after the time and everything, you know what I'm saying? And we're definitely going to be looking at doing this GTN 302 interviews with many more Guerrilla House artists so that way they can get to know 302, what we're doing here.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So this is Asphalt the Veteran, King Juelz. We going and Kiki in the background, trying to play the scene quiet like.
home base.
I'm over here being a boss right now.
That's right, being a boss. Y'all hear
Carolina,
that?
look.
Boss said stay silent. You're working in the background.
Let's get it.
Alright, so with that being the case, man, it's Asphalt the Veteran, GTN 302.
Hey, Chuck, you do it every time, bro. Let's turn up on him.
I ride with my gut, never turn on that. I'm flipping these words like an acrobat. I'm stuck on my wave, Calabunga surfing. You under me, boy, like a little person. My groove too official, can't slander me. I came from the hood where them hammers be. Watch me knock out your lights when I damage them. I know a few people that's scandalous. Straight from the set like a domino bones. Pick up the work and then take it back home. Straight to the booth, about to drop a new song. Either like what I say or correct when I'm wrong. I'm still in the street, so don't play with me wrong. If you buckin', I'm buckin'.